The Borderlands series is renowned for its vibrant cast of characters that contribute to its violently humorous, comic book-like setting. With memorable personalities like the money-grubbing Marcus Kincaid, the explosive Mr. Torg, the mysterious Sir Zero, and the deranged Tiny Tina, Pandora is teeming with engaging figures. Even Handsome Jack, the narcissistic tyrant from Borderlands 2, is celebrated as one of the most beloved villains in video game history. Unfortunately, not every character resonates with fans. For every standout creation, there's a character that leaves players scratching their heads, wondering why they exist at all. Nowhere is this more evident than with Ava, one of the main supporting characters in Borderlands 3. Introduced around one-third into the game's main campaign on Athena's, Ava is a young siren in training under the mentorship of Maya, the playable siren from Borderlands 2. Ava is a bit too bratty to take. Like many youths in the Borderlands series, Ava is introduced with a tragic backstory as an orphan. When her introduction card appears on screen, it reads Grave Robber, Aspiring Vault Hunter. This might initially lead players to view Ava as a resourceful scavenger, a rational counterpoint to the dangerously unpredictable Tiny Tina. However, players soon realize they're in for a frustrating experience. In her first conversation, Ava taunts the gate behind her in a desperate attempt to seem cool, foreshadowing the annoyance to come. The painful truth is that Ava embodies the scrappy archetype of the Borderlands series. She's bratty, argumentative, self-centered, brash, and naive, lacking any redeeming qualities. Her obnoxious personality, combined with cringeworthy dialogue and a high-pitched voice, makes her grating to many players. While characters like Davis Pickle from Borderlands, the pre-sequel, are equally annoying, their limited screen time prevents them from becoming truly despised. In contrast, Ava is woven throughout the game's main narrative, forcing players to endure her presence or abandon the game altogether. Ava repeatedly puts those around her in danger, necessitating that the Vault Hunters and Maya protect her from threats she is woefully incapable of facing. This incompetence parallels Claptrap, who is also annoying and ineffective, but he garners more sympathy due to his acknowledged flaws and occasional consequences for his actions. Ava, however, remains oblivious to her shortcomings, causing frustration among players. Ava is partially responsible for her mentor's death. Ava's shortcomings would be manageable if they were the extent of her failings, but her character becomes even more problematic. As the story progresses, Ava disobeys Maya's orders to stay behind multiple times, placing herself directly in the path of Tyreen and Troy. Maya's attempt to save her life leads to a tragic consequence. Troy learns he can siphon power from any siren, resulting in Maya's demise. Had Ava heeded Maya's warnings, this devastating event could have been avoided. Some may compare Ava's disobedience to Lilith's in Borderlands 2, where Lilith's actions didn't directly lead to Roland's death. Lilith's presence merely made her a target, whereas Ava's reckless curiosity and defiance are directly responsible for Maya's fate. To make matters worse, Ava never acknowledges her role in Maya's death. Instead, she shifts the blame onto Lilith and the Vault Hunters, leaving players incredulous at her lack of accountability. When she continues to berate Lilith, the latter is portrayed as overly apologetic, contradicting her established character. This dynamic starkly contrasts with how the characters support Tiny Tina through Roland's death in Tiny Tina's assault on Dragon Keep, culminating in Tina's personal growth. Ava, however, receives no such development, remaining an obnoxious nuisance throughout the game. While it's understandable that Lilith's demeanor may be affected by her stressful role as Sanctuary's leader, it becomes intolerable when a character shows no growth or positivity. Ava exemplifies this frustrating trend, with her presence overshadowing the rest of the cast. Instead of grappling with her role in the tragedy, Borderlands 3's final DLC, Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Fustercluck, centers on Krieg's grief, sidelining Ava's culpability. Conclusion: in the colorful, chaotic world of Borderlands, not every character can be a winner. Ava stands out as a particularly frustrating presence in Borderlands 3, earning the ire of fans who wished for a more compelling character. With her bratty behavior, lack of growth, and unfortunate role in Maya's death, Ava becomes a point of contention that many players would gladly erase from the narrative. While the Borderlands series thrives on its eccentricity, Ava's contributions feel more like a hindrance than a highlight.